Alright, hopefully that worked. I should save a backup file. Alright guys, I'm gonna get the sculpting now. Now, first things first, I'm gonna start building up the brow line. Basically the front of the forehead. And I'm just gonna start slowly by getting that front shape right above the brow and around the lines. Right now I'm using a preset base mesh, but if you wanted to, you could just drag out a spear and do the same. I'm going to enable Sculptris Pro mode. What Sculptris Pro mode allows me to do is it allows me to sculpt continuously for those of you at home. I'm just gonna give this guy a little nose. I want to give you guys a little bit of an update on the YouTube, the Instagram, and the art channel. This is my second take of this. Basically, I'll be releasing abstractions again fairly soon. You might see some irregularity between the abstractions, the sculpting, and the texturing, and just because I do them the second I get home, after sleeping and coding and teaching myself other things like Adobe Designer and Painter. Right now I'm building up the central mass where the mouth is going to go, or the muzzle, and we're just going to keep sculpting this. I don't know how many times a day I'm going to start doing these, probably once or twice a week. I'm just going to build up this muzzle here now. The key here right now is just getting that general form down. I'm actually going to mask out here because I actually want to just pull out this nose a little bit more and check out the depth. I want to try playing around a little bit with that. First I hit Control to get the mask up. Then I tap on my screen and hit Control to alter it. Then hit Alt and hold and rotate the screen this way. Now I'm going to go up here to the brush settings and I'm going to get that little move icon. I'm just going to move this nose out here. Once we get that nose out there, we'll be able to get the general heights and widths of the face, and we'll be able to get the skull up there, friends. Once we get the skull into location and place, we can then move back the inner portion of the nose, and get that lined up right. We're also going to build up the muzzle area, or the mouth area. We're doing these as two separate items, separate from the cheekbone, so we can get this little triangular section that sits underneath the nose right around here. The goal in getting that is mostly so that we can maintain the shape and the underlying form. A lot of sculpting is really just walking around and making sure your brush strokes work in conjunction with one another, setting yourself up for the next stroke. I'm going to come over here and we're going to see my references. I just have a Google Doc base set up open with female reference photos at the top right hand corner written down, and we're going to just look at through some of these. I don't want to pick any one particular one today because what I want to do is just do a stylized, pre-recorded, structured, dedicated sculpt focused on more form and more about being creative and fast and free-flowing. But we're going to try to do it a little bit quicker than that. And I'm just going to look around here every now and again. You'll see me flash back between this and ZBrush. One of the positive things to that is ZBrush has a nice autosave feature, and every time I do that, it's going to actually autosave this area for me. It's almost like pre-planning a preset saving structure. Some people like to put them up into separate files so that they can edit the photos ahead of time, and they like to put them into the background. I'm just too fucking lazy. We're going to get this nose down and the structure of the head right. Right now we're just playing with proportions, getting that general shape down, general grooves, general forms down. Now I've gotten these general cheeks out, and I'm trying to get the general shape of the temple. The temple is built primarily around where this little dip is, here at the center of the side of the head where the bones connect inward. So we're going to actually start just hollowing that area out and get some general structure, and we're actually going to build this area up. Yeah, build it up. See, now what we have a slightly different problem where we have this as being too big, but that's okay because I'm going to build that up with the clay build up slowly. Like I'm feeding the muscles through the portion of the jaw, shoulder blade deal. And I'm just trying to make sure that the general form, structure of the head gets duplicated down to its final qualities. I'm trying to use the move brush less and less as an artist, as I find that it is tricky, because it isn't really a destructive brush or a moving brush. What I mean by that is, you see, if I move this around, it moves the entire geometry, and I don't really want that. What I want to do is slowly build up the underlining forms so that I'm slowly adding more and subtracting more. The reason being is it allows for me to have a constant and continuous line of flow, whereas the movement brush slowly changes those lines and flows over time. That doesn't mean that I don't like the movement brush. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to use the movement brush. But I found that early on for the last several months, I've just been using it way too much, and it's been destroying underlining forms secretly, sneakily. And you don't really want that. You want the form to be built up naturally, composed simply. Now I'm getting this underneath at the hook into the nostril area, around where the nose bone is. I'm also going to start carving in at the nose bone because there's a small portion above the nose, right around here, and right around here on the model, where the nose should be slightly synced in from where the bone kind of protrudes out from the skull at an angle. That actually controls the entire structure of the nose, so you want to make sure you measure it properly. Too extreme of one will give you a beak or bill, or make it look as if the nose is broken. So there. I'm going to smooth this out a bit because I definitely added too much to it way too quickly. But that's okay because we're working with additive and subtracting modeling, so we can just build it back up. I'm also going to build up the angle of the eyebrows. Believe it or not, the eyebrows hook in to the bottom of the nose cavity and work their way up and around. This is how we get that nice smooth brow line. And that should make my eyes seem much more believable than they have been lately. A lot of the issues I was having with eyes earlier in the week and into the later months have all really been about just getting the center brow line down. Right? If you don't get that fundamental shape down, you're not going to get the face right. Right? It does mean you got to take a little extra time, but it gives you a little more control and a little more effort, and just that extra step of oomph. Okay, now let me take this and I'm going to move it out with the move brush, and I'm just replaying with these shapes and these forms. I've gotten them to hinge in the areas I want. I just want the shapes to be slightly altered ever so. So I'm just moving those patterns in this form, trying not to overuse the move brush, trying not to use the move brush too much to add shapes or remove shapes. More of a tool of measurement and of form. Now I'm going to straighten that out there, and I'm going to flatten it down. Alright, now I'm going to rotate this around a few degrees, and we're just going to get these cheekbones nice and soft. I want to get really good at portraits, you guys. The main reason I want to get good at portraits is I feel like if I can get a face down, I can get the whole rest of human anatomy down. Because most of anatomy, most of what you're dealing with people, is the face. It's got a lot of complex shape language. You can learn how all the ligaments and muscles move around. And it's one of the most expressive pieces. If you can just get a decent face in, you can get a lot done. Alright, we're going to go in here. I'm going to hit the brush button, or hit B for brushes. And you start spelling out D, and then boom, damn standard. If you ever have a hard time and you're in ZBrush and you need to find a random brush, just hit B and start spelling. And if you're dyslexic like me, I guess don't hit spell and look through the pictures. But for the most part, you can figure it out from 1 to 2 letters. You can get your stroke down, and you can figure out your entire brush pattern. We're going to start straightening out these triangles here. Now, normally, I'm going to build that up by building up the nose in the outer area. But right now, I just want to get some better measurements. I'm not really sure what's going wrong with this face here. She's looking a little too old, not very sexy. We don't want the old hag right now. We want the sexy bod. So we're going to slowly start building it up. That's right. We're using sexist and derogatory terms to talk about a random inanimate object. It's okay. We just want to make it a little sexy. Open this. So we're going to bring it down. The lips actually should come farther down the face, and that's where I'm making my mistake. Thank you, I think. But another thing I've done is I made the temp too far down. I don't really like that. It's making it seem too old. I also don't like how small this chin is. The female chin does protrude less, or is tinier at the end connection because the face is rounder. But if you make it too tiny, then you got these little baby teeth structure, and I don't really like that. So I'm going to grab this move brush and I'm just going to move it down. I'm also going to change this angle. The female jaw has a much more acute angle than obtuse angle than the male jaw does. So I'm going to try to replicate that now here. I'm also going to try to bring this cheek and jawbone out a little bit more. I don't feel like the face is protruding forward enough, and I feel like that is leading to some issues with the underlining form. Notice how I'm just using the move brush to slowly readjust my form and shapes in order to get the general proportions I want, but I'm using the clay buildup brush to get the general planes down, focusing first on the muscles, on the bones, and then secondly working on the muscles. I find this is really helpful, guys. It allows me to break down the fundamental forms and play with them in the beginning. It means that I can get general proportional control and shape language down relatively quickly, and that I can change the size and the scale of the model without it negatively affecting the size and scale of everything else or anything popping out like a sore thumb. It forces you to work from simple shapes to large shapes. I don't like how this jaw has no forward action on the shape, so I'm going to build it up. I'm actually going to come in here with the clay build-up brush, and I'm just gonna smack that around a bit, right around here. By building up the jaw ever so smoothly around head area, I feel like I can get a much smoother face and jawline, and I feel like that's going to really help to pave the way for the future on this face. Now, finally and most importantly, I'm going to build these cheekbones. I'm going to bring the muscles that I was talking about earlier down through the skull at the point of connection at the top of the head, and then very loosely and come down here at the point of the mandible or at the jawline if you prefer. I'm going to move around this model a bit. I'm still not happy with how narrow the face is. Our face should be rounder, and while these lines are more common in women due to smaller bones, I don't really like the idea of the lower portion of the face having that lack of roundness. So we're going to start bringing these jaw lines in a bit more. So it is out, bringing the upper muscles out more, and bringing the general shape in and around. We're going to get this general cheekbone and the general structure on the face, right? We're going to start building this one jaw. I think I nailed it down a little too much there. What do you guys think? You think I nailed it too much? I think I nailed it a bit too much. Let's bring this in here a little bit more. Yeah, and just playing with that shape. Alright, let's get this thing in here. Let's get that Dr. Doom mount down. We want to get those triangles down to the side and just make a break for where the muscles can inject with inside the head. Just scoring it, making a small, basic movement around that general pattern to get the shape up. I don't like how unrounded these jawbones are. I'm going to actually take a look at some references here and see if I can maybe fix the palm or choose a jawline to rip off. I really quite like this one overall. It's still at the end, but it's super round. That's kind of nice. I'm looking for something that's close enough to my model. I already have a pretty extreme downward facing angle, so I need something that will take advantage of that. The problem here with this one is the neck is super tiny, and I already have an issue where I make necks a little too big. I'm a little worried that's going to negatively affect it, but let's see what I can do here. Maybe bring out the mandibles a bit. Maybe we'll go for a little bit wider on the mandibles instead of in more. We want this shape to be rounded. There we go. No, so maybe I went a little too far into the table. I think that's what I did. I think that's a much better looking face. Okay, so just by looking at a reference for a few minutes, relaxing my head a bit, going back to the muscles and the tissues, I was able to get a pretty nice change of plane. I'm not happy with how the cheekbones are now, though, so I gotta come back in here and change that. We're gonna bring out these cheeks a little bit more, and we're going to bring out that nose a bit more, because I still did not bring it out enough in the beginning. I don't like this more up cute and front nose facing nose, so I gotta adjust that now too. I want to get the curvature of this face a little more rounded and a little more smooth, so I am going to use my move brush yet again. Again, try to get that general plane down. I'm also going to try to grab the center of the skull back in and bring it back out. I'm going to try to bring out this little shoulder here, because I'm not really a big fan of them. I'm going to try to bring down these cheekbones a bit more. Alright, let's get that general shape down. And let's get this general part of the head here down. Let's get this down. Alright. I know once I get the this lower muscle comes around these lips a little bit better, a lot of this roundness is going to come back. So I need to maybe do that now. I'm almost tempted not to, though, just so I can get these final shapes really cemented from the front view. It's a bit tricky knowing when and where to put these guys. I figured out how to get these planes down, guys, but I don't know. I still don't feel completely comfortable, in all honesty, with the order in which to do it. And so I'm still playing around with that. I'm also playing around with the movement of my brush, the intensity and the speed. It's a little more problematic, but I think I'm going to get there pretty soon at a level that I feel comfortable with. I'm going to start building this back up again, because I want to build that back up. I feel like the brows I've let them get a little away from me now. I want to get that curvature back in the head, get those muscles lined up against the skull like so. So, as you don't know, the muscles kind of connect and wrap around the skull, so they can pull up the eyebrows, push them down in this axis, and then those muscles that come across like so. And I'm gonna replicate that in the design of the patterns in which I'm sculpting in, and hopefully that's gonna allow me to kind of get a better view and apply the weight of the stroke a little more evenly with the natural movement of the head. I don't like this curvature though, so I'm gonna kind of adjust that and play. And I'm gonna cheat a little bit with the move brush, because I do want the head to have that nice, common, simple, easy to recognize slope. So I'm not too happy with the angle of the mandible here. There's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing saying it's got to be at that more cute angle I was discussing. There are women that don't have it. It's actually pretty common among female models, despite it being perceived as a more feminine trait. To have it at that higher angle, it's really more about the roundness of the overall face from the front and side view. It gives that overall image, but I still want to just get a little bit better at it. And I want to be able to do those really sharp oblique lines like kind you see on some models. But we're working on that. We're gonna get this nose up just a little bit more. I want a little bit more of a straight triangle kind of looking nose. Again, we're aiming to try to make something pretty, beautiful, sexy. I spend a lot of time here alone, guys. Want to at least have what I make at the end of the day look good. We're going to bring back this nostril here, and we're going to just do it there. We're going to come up here, and we're going to grab the clay buildup brush. Just gonna slowly start adding in that shape around that nostril. Slowly adding in that 3-part cartilage structure. 2 cartilage chunks that come up here around a tube like so, and they hook in towards the back half from this center nostril piece. I'll show you what the third one looks like in just a moment. The third one actually comes in around here, hooks in, and depending upon which ones of these are big or small, actually changes the entire portion of the nose. And then this portion really here is just a straight up tube when you look at it from an anatomy standpoint. We're going to straighten that out a bit more. We're going to have a much straighter plane with the nose, and we're going to gonna use the clay buildup brush. We're gonna get this underside of this nose. Let me get it around here. Alright. We're gonna grab this pinch brush, come across here, boom. Now that I have this pinch brush, I'm gonna move it up like so. Go across. Across, and I'm just gonna do it there. I'm gonna get this damn standard brush out one more time actually. No, that is not the damn standard brush. The damn standard brush is to the right of it. Misclick. Misclick. It's dangerous. Dangerous sculpting too long. Alright. Get the move brush. I'm just gonna move these lips up a little bit. Get them in line, guys. In line. Push this down a bit more. And we're just gonna take the pinch brush, pinch it down. Come down here. And just get those general shapes of the lip down with the arch and the general movement. Again, my goal is quite simple. Just get the general shape and anatomy down, move the proportions, check the bones, check the muscle insertions, rotate and alter as I go with the move brush, changing small and subtle details to give the form more character, feel out the model, and repeat the process. Okay, I don't like how the geometry is pulling around here. So I'm just going to use that little smooth brush. I'm probably going to have to come back in here with the crease brush ladle. I'm going to come in here with that clay belt. I'm just going to bring it down. Bring it down. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Beautiful brush. Like, just, oh, yeah, we're going to get that little lip structure just down. Sometimes I'll come in here and I'll use the clay buildup brush with some subtraction and some additive just to smooth out a little bit faster and to get that general shape down. Sometimes I even add a soft boy alpha. Don't really seems like that might be the option for around this area because I don't want it to look overtly muscular yet. There is a separation here that I want and a plane change there. I don't necessarily know if I want it to be this extreme, so I'm just playing with it now. The second muscle for that kind of shape is actually gonna be a little bit more in this area. It's gonna come up kind of more like that. But yeah, you know what? Real quick, let's use Google, guys. I should probably have my headphones on so you guys can hear me more. I'm trying to stay calm, collective, continually moving, having a steady flow. I'm just gonna open up a new panel here. Facial anatomy. And we're just gonna go in here and we're gonna hit images. Alright, now we're in images. We're gonna come on down here and we're gonna look at that little muscles of the face. Where is a good picture? It's got some decent images and some decent separation of the muscles so that I can figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Yeah, so the angle comes up here, and that was across like that. That's not helping me. Where the fuck are you? You piece of shit fucking instructions. Where are you? That's interesting. And all the fat pockets. That's kind of cool. Okay. Here we are. Yeah, so there's going to be a couple spinning out muscles from around here and a general structure beyond the groove. But I need to get to where the groove is. Is there a front-facing video of this one? I love this one. Yeah, so that groove is made out of this muscle coming across here, coming down from the nose and crossing over. But I need a front-facing view so that I can see them. Okay. Yeah, that comes around here. It comes down and swoops up. So you got that swoof. That swoof, guys. Can we get that swoof? Oh no, my computer's going down. Ah! Alright, so if you have this issue in ZBrush, it's Control N. It does it because it used to be a 2D, it used to be an illustration program, like a competitor to like Photoshop. A lot of people don't know that. There's basically 2D, 2.5D. Excuse me, let me get something to drink. 2.5D software on the back end. ZBrush doesn't actually work on a vector level, which is a well, it's a vector. It's 3 points on a map. It's actually relying on a quatillion operation or a much more complicated underlining map situation. Basically, each and every pixel on its screen actually has its own data point. It's actually why when I hit this button here to see the geometry, this is actually all bullshit as far as ZBrush is concerned. This is just what it's uploading to like other software and what it's trying to figure out to get like ingons and outgons correct. And it's actually not even really doing that completely, honestly, because it's well, it's designed on a different system. That's why you can have like 2 million polygons on a ZBrush sculpt and not have to worry about it. That's like ZBrush's underlining like core technology, the thing that makes ZBrush the best at sculpting. That's how they're able to like beat everyone with their like underlining tools. And it's actually kind of like a happy little accident, like most of art. Just they originally designed it so they could zoom and pan, so they could have like some of the benefits of a radial with a vector brush, and some of the tools that Photoshop didn't have at the time. So actually, they figured it worked really, really well for 3D. 3D, or at least that's what the book I got on ZBrush told me. It's pretty cool. If you're a math nerd like me, it's pretty fucking awesome actually. Alright. Yeah, and I didn't really follow this muscle entirely accurate, but that's okay, because I'm not really trying to. I'm just trying to get that plane change right. I need to get this jaw plane change right, because there still should be some plane change in the jaw around this area. Don't know how I'm going to do that just yet. Because you should be able to see some of the... There we go. That's how I'm going to do it. I don't really want it to be a strong divot, though. I want it to be a very, very subtle divot. I want her to have a very, very rounded face. So I'm going to have to come back here and maybe give her a very, very rounded face. There we go. Now that's showing the plane change. Beautiful. That I wanted. Okay. Now this is getting those lips just the way I wanted them. I want to come in here. I want to use my my damn standard brush, even though it's the worst brush to use in this, and I want to add the Philtrum, I believe is what it's called, or the General Groove. I don't know these names, but this thingy, the line that goes in between your lips. That's what I want to get right. So we're gonna just try to add that on up, build it right across there. Actually, gonna build it up here too. And I'm gonna use this. The fact that this damn standard brush just leaves small raking-like actions to slowly build up the area around it without messing up the other area with the smooth brush. And then what that's gonna do is gonna give me these subtle plane changes. Alright, let's get this done. Hue. We're gonna get the we're gonna get these brown lines taken care of, and we're just gonna bring this in a bit more. Bring this in more. I'm not happy with the size of the face. Whew. Alright, let's get this on the side of this little... Yeah, I need to add in the eyes, because I need to place these a little bit better. The jaw is gonna have... The skull is not really curving around this area. But to get a decent understanding of where I messed up on that curvature, I need to put a marker in there to see my mistake. So we're gonna go in here with the eyeball. I could probably go for like the more big eye type stuff I do locally. Yeah, she has no boobs. I know what you're saying. She's like super flat, but like I haven't finished this base mesh yet, and I just wanted to get the sculpting before I went to bed. Don't insult her, okay? It's kind of mean. I probably shouldn't have said that. Trying to be funny and entertaining, guys. Wow. While sculpting, it's not going well. It's not going well at all. But we're just gonna keep going. That was a bit of a try room. I'm probably not gonna add boobs actually, just so we're clear. On this model, except for when I sculpt on it for the base mesh. Mostly because I want the base mesh when it's finished that I'm sculpting on to fit my needs. And so if I add the fat pockets towards the tail end, which is what would make the boobs from a sculpting perspective, and I work in those kinds of layers, I can get the volume right and get the curvature of the chest right. That way when I'm using the build-up method, I'm building on top of the muscles, on top of the bones. And so as long as they're structured right, then you have your insertions right. That's the theory anyway. Okay, I need to just measure that with my thumb. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's actually the right shape. It's just getting the curvature of this eye bone. And so the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab this move brush, which I know I keep saying I'm using too much. I probably still am, but let's just get that portion down a little bit more. I'm going to bring down this arch, just bring it down right on the eye. Boom. Give her the saddie face. Give her the saddest face ever. I'll poke this up a bit. Bring it down there. You can tell that I used to teach kids swim lessons, but you can also tell I've been raised in a machine shop for most of my life throughout these, and that there's like a balance between me not knowing how not to fucking cuss the entire time, but also me trying to be calm and relaxed while doing this with you guys, and I don't really know where the right one is, and I don't really have enough time to edit it, so just gonna have to deal with the fucking consequences of that. Anyway, let's get this portion done down here. Yeah, let's get. Hi! We have somebody! That's impressive, seeing how I literally just hit live sculpt. How's it going, buddy? We're gonna finish up this face now. Just keep bringing in the eyebrow, the general structure, and get the underlining portion of the eyebrows right. I think figuring out to focus on the muscles and the bone structure a little bit more has really improved my sculpting abilities. I think I lost them. I think I weirded them out, scared them away. Really, really good. Really good at scaring people. Just horrifying. Probably just lost another sub. Oh no! Whatever will I do? If you're on YouTube, I'm sorry. You're just fucked. I don't know how to put on comments or structures. Just don't want to take the time to edit this video. If I put live in front of it, if I label it as live sculpting session, you have to just fucking deal with it, right? And it makes it out like the poor quality isn't really my fault. Yeah, that's how you win. That's how you make good quality YouTube content, right? Anyway, just gonna build up the center of this eyelid here. Just gonna take her down. Take me down, little Susie. Take me down, little. We all know you're the queen of the underground. Alright, we're gonna move this here. We're gonna stop pretending to shitfully sing and then realize that, like, I could sing like a normal person, and now, like, secretly kind of hungry for some Rolling Stones. When I get to my study session later, that's probably what I'll be listening to. Maybe not so much the redneck songs. I think that's the English fucking with us. I think the same thing about the song Far Away Eyes. I think that's the English making fun of us Americans. I don't really like it. I actually do like the song Far Away Eyes though. though in a weird, like, cheesy kind of a way. I don't know. Anyone else out there like that song? Alright, we're gonna use this damn standard brush to just get into these little grooves here. We're just gonna take them down. As you can see, I've been trying to generate Bob Ross's energy, so you guys don't have to deal with my shitty video skills, but you guys can actually learn something from them. And so that I can record myself and get some decent feedback. I do learn a lot from these recordings, because I get to see my mistakes played out live in repeat. I can actually use it as a training tool, which is really helpful. Okay, one of the mistakes I've made while doing this is I actually didn't bring up this insertion up high enough for the sculpt, so I need to do that now. And I didn't really bring this down low enough. That's causing issues on the eye where it looks less sunken than it actually is. Alright, let's bring this down. So yeah, I'm going to be back to posting twice a day. Maybe 3 times. Actually, if we count these live videos, probably 3 times. I'm hoping that the end card on the Instagram will be this. Eventually, I'll send video footage of it from Instagram from my computer, so we'll have better footage afterwards. I'm not doing that today. I just figured out how to do the email thing. Like 2 days ago. That's not true. Somebody told me in the comments, and then I lit my sailor tongue out on like telling myself how dumb I was, and I did it like publicly in a way that was weird, and made people uncomfortable. I use speech recognition, guys. If you hear me communicate with you in a DM message, and you don't know how bad my dyslexia is, yeah, let me tell you something. You're in for a fucking treat. Is that? I can understand. The beauty is most of you don't speak English, like, but the ones of you who do, oh my god, you were so fucked on Instagram. I don't know what it is on YouTube, but my Instagram following's pretty damn diverse. My outstation one appears to be just English speaking countries, which is weird, because the others aren't so much. Definitely not the case. On Instagram, which I think is interesting. It probably has more to do with the time periods I post, though, because I post like at fucking random ass hours of the day, or seemingly random hours of work. Anyway, I'm losing this tutorial. I was getting a good tutorial vibe, now I'm just going off into it. I still clearly am having issues with some of the underlining eye shapes, but what I found out is you just take your time and you move around. Eventually, it almost looks like I know what I'm doing, even though I don't. And I'm slowly building it back up. Yeah, let's bring these cheeks back down. I want her to look a little more rounded in the face. I think I lost some of it while building up these muscles down here. And I think I need to fix these lower muscles next. We're going to get those in line right before I start really going too heavy into the fat pockets. I mean, I kind of already have these eyelids. Look at this inner eyelid, man. She's got a buff lower lid. Look at that. That's fucking sexy. Alright, let's get this up a bit. And let's bring this down. She kind of weirdly is. It's like, you know she spent some late nights. Anyway, maybe she's as addicted to coffee as I am. Maybe. I don't know. Probably shouldn't make these comments about a fictional character while half asleep, hopped up on caffeine, but you know what? Somebody's got to sculpt. Anyway, more coffee. More coffee. Always need more coffee. My goal is to entertain, not to offend, not to upset, but I am subconsciously an asshole, so some things are just unpreventable. So poor impulse control issues and need to work on it, so hopefully as long as everyone's calm and respectful of that, I can get better at it. Or maybe I'll just let the world know I'm a dick. One of the two, you know. Get super defensive. Started off telling people, to take voice fucking do one or some shit like that. If you want to take those, do one. I don't really give a fuck, just so we're clear. I think it's fucking stupid. Anyway, and get this around the eyes, get the general structure down. Gotta get all of that ridge around the eyelid. Put up the cheekbones a little bit. Yeah, let's get that done. Boom. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, let's get this taken care of. Standard brush. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. I want the eyes on level with that, so I'm gonna have to build that up. Oh man, this is actually doing pretty well. If I don't get a male base mesh done soon, we'll finish up this one. I'm gonna have to start putting them on the female ones because I do have to do some male anatomy studies at some point during the next month or so. I'll have to align the head more. I want to get a base neck done though. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's get these movements down around the forehead and the face. Get that general stroll line, push it up. Oh man, get those brows in position. Yeah, get them. Okay, now I have the lips way too damn high and the nose way too damn high. So how do we fix that? With the move brush, very carefully, very carefully, very carefully. Oh god, oh god, oh god. This is what I mean by the move brush can really destroy your underlying forms. This is something that I need to work on. It's just measuring it accurately from the beginning. I'm being able to zone out and being able to see these small details. If I can get those proportions down, then I feel like I will have gone to the next level sculpting wise. I've already understood the muscles. I think I have the brushes at pretty decent control, but my proportions just and my understanding of them just isn't on par with where I want it to be. Anyway, if anyone's got any like training or drill regimens for me to try in order to increase proportions, I'll probably Google some later. Let me know if there's any recommendations. If there's anyone out there in the universe that's got them, that's made it this far through a video. You're a real trooper, because I guess these videos don't last that long. Don't get that many views. They're more of a training tool, but I want to make sure that if somebody out there is watching, they're not like, what the fuck? And I also don't want to have them saved on my computer because like that takes up memory and space and time. As you can tell, my computer's already running super hot because I've been at it for a good while now. I also have like 3 things in the background and a battery that's slowly dying on the laptop. It's really just the battery. I know it's causing the issue. Like the hardware and the software is pretty much caught up, minus the graphics card for Unreal stuff. But that's a problem I'll work into resolve eventually. I just need to get some family bills taken care of and get this house flipped. Anyway, yeah. Bring this eye across to you. It's actually one of the reasons I've been doing much box modeling, is actually because I don't want to look at any house type shit. No chairs, no tables, none of that. My house is already almost actually flipped. It's kind of 15% increase without much work on my behalf. Let's bring that nose in a little bit more. I do like where we're going with this so far. Now, I need to smooth up that area with a little bit of the clay buildup brush. Just make sure the nose actually does have that natural curvature that it has in there. Even in the case where it doesn't have it, it has a little bit of it, so let's just get that there. I need really start focusing on these eyes though. I'm going to use this clay brush instead of the clay buildup brush now because it's going to leave a little less of these markers available. I need to have a little more smooth line duration. There we go. A little bit, smooth a little bit. I'm not a fan of this brush here. I'm gonna do it. Alright. No. Let's get this general shape down. Just slowly stroking this down, getting that general shape to where I need it to be. And build up the underside a little bit more in a minute. Let's get that move brush out, get that eye up just a little bit more. Get up to that angle. And as you come in here with the damn standard brush in a minute, get that angle a little more down. I'll bring this eye a little more down, bring this down more. Just scoop out this eyelid a little bit more in that direction. I'm going to start trying to get that 3D verticality around the eyelid. Get some of that intensity in these eyes. but not really. Normally have. I have a potato. No, my dick's not racist. Oh, it's not racist. Hey, it's not me. Yeah, okay, calm down. Not me. It's not me. Yeah. Not me. I didn't say no. I didn't say I was on the way. I said my dick was. That was a terrible joke. I shouldn't have made that one. Sorry guys. I just started talking to myself, didn't I? Yeah. No, this is not going up on YouTube long term. I'll lose all my subs. Getting off track. This is the problem with when I'm sculpting live for you guys. I'm probably just gonna edit it, honestly. This last half will just be cut out. And it actually was a pretty good sculpt for the first half. Only problem I have with these videos is doing this kind of content is that I think to myself a lot. I spend a lot of time alone, so I talk to myself naturally. When I go into art, I don't really care about my surroundings, and that can be very, very dangerous. Very, very much so. At least on a social level. Anyway, let's just get this little eye figured out a little bit more. I actually think this is gonna end up being my best eye I've done. Well, the problem is just getting those shapes, like these shapes, just down proportionally. Look at that, man. That's really fucking good if you ask me. I think I've nailed this eye, honestly. Yeah. So I just need to bring this portion out a bit more, bring that lip up a little bit more, bring this shape down a little bit more. Alright. I mean, it's real. I mean, it's definitely real. Do you like? I don't. I was wrong. This is the worst I've ever made. Holy shit. Indigo was like looking all nice and prestige and shit. It's fucking. Actually, that kind of fixed most of the issues I had with it. Hey, Bobo. Here. Oh shit! Give me a minute. Here. We got some space. Success! Hi, Gilda. Oh. How's yoga? Sweet. Alright, guys. Ah! This is a sculpt with me. So, fuck it, you guys are just gonna deal with the weird. Deal with the weird! Forgot my lid was on my trash can. That's the only problem with that trash can. I should have done one with the flippy lid, but I wanted a big one so that I could make a lot of trash. And not take it down to the last minute. So the only problem, there's a lot of trash in that trash can, and there's no bag. It's gonna suck. Why do I do this to myself? I have no idea. I'm gonna have to go clean that up once I'm done this. I'm not gonna want to do that. Anyway, let's get this shit out, man. You know what the worst part about this is? This is both the worst sculpt I've done in a while and the best sculpt I've done in a while. Whoa. Holy shit. There we go. This is actually turned out pretty well, I think. Let's get that move brush in there. Look at that. Oh my god, that's a damn good smile. Damn. You know what? For all the flaws I've had with this sculpt, it's really starting to come together. It's really just something. Anyway. Oh, man. Gotta get this done. Gotta get this done. Gotta get this done. Alright, guys. As you can see, once I get to the part where I'm uncomfortable is when the tutorial stops and the weirdness begins. So. I'm gonna start looking at that underneath. Okay, so I already know my gray areas right now with this method. The side of those eyes, I'm getting those muscles right, but I'm not getting the proportions right. Gotta get that taken care of. Actually, I think I can use the smooth brush to smooth this out a bit more. I think that's gonna look much nicer. I'm kind of right on that, so let's just do that. There we go. Let's actually take that damn stand brush and let's just lift this up a little bit more, make it more like it's a more extreme arch. Yeah. There we go. Move brush, move it oval, 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 and down. Oh my god. Yeah, get that there, that cheekbone. Too extreme. Yeah, buddy. Let's get these eyelids back. Alright, let's get that clay buildup brush. Let's get this. Oh, underside of that muscle, thank you. And this muscle, which goes. See that those muscles shoe structures again. Yeah, so I gotta build that muscle that comes up there a bit. That's gonna be kinda hard. Move that in. Add the damn standard brush. Damn standard brush. Really is my best friend. It allows me to just get that kind of shape down really quickly. How many stupid more? No. I think. You know what? That's clearly too extreme, but I'm gonna leave it there because I kind of like the way it looked. Okay, well, that ain't gonna fly. Hold on now. Alright. Some scary shit, guys. Scary shit. Alright. Alright. I think this is probably my best sculpt out of the speed sculpts I've done in a while. Probably. Minus the fact that I still have to add eels on them. And some movement and some polish. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty solid. Okay, that was a little too much for me. Let's bring it on back. Let's try to raise this up a bit more because, like, wow, yes, the fat pockets are there, not like that. They're more like that. Did that plane change? Man. And some dimples on them. Because I want to. Yes, I want to. Now, let me just build up this muscle down here a little bit more because that's what causes it. And this muscle up here. So it's actually, dimples actually creases and muscles. That's how they walk. I take them, I move them a little bit farther back, a little bit farther down, up. And these cheekbones just up a little bit more. Oh man, that's looking good. This way now I did a good job. That, yeah. Let's build up this little jaw area here. Okay, you sure? Man. Alright. Alright. I think that might be my best female sculpt yet, guys. I don't know if that's sad or something I should be proud of. I gotta get a lot better at this. Ugh. That's pretty solid. Anyway, just make a few changes. Let's add the ears now. Do a dye time. Let's bring the controls a little bit more overran. Damn. Alright. Bring these cheek levels in just a little bit more. Make them a little more with the nice. Yeah. A little more. Oh shit. Well. Alright. Geometry, modify typology. Okay, good. We hit X. A little bit more. Lips in a bit more. Lips in a little bit more. Lips. These are our voices. Huh. Alright. Getting lost in it, guys. But I'm also not getting this any better, making it any better in the process. Alright, let's build up that muscle there, because that's gotta get built up a little bit more, because I can't not have that insertion be there. I get to that next level of before I get to the next level of quality. Boom. Alright. See, these are the little, all these little small muscles that I gotta really get down to get to the next level. I think as an artist, once I get them down, though, down. One thing I really like about this face right now, she seems like determined. She seems like she could fuck you up, like if she wanted to. I kind of like that. Really like the intensity in her eyes. The main goal is just not to lose that in the process of the sculpt. Right now, that is my main goal. If I can just keep that level of intensity about it, I feel like I will have succeeded. Just playing around with it a bit more. Let's get this shape down. Let's get this shape down. getting that extra level quality and details kind of hard. Really happy with this cheekbones though. Let's move this sharple. Yep, move that sharple. Move this up. Move that down just a bit more. Just want to get that curvature just a little bit better. I know the video quality on this is very poor, guys. Just so we're clear. This is by the bottom of Instagram only working as an app. Yeah, I really, really like her face right now. Oh, I'm getting there. Woo. We really are getting somewhere, guys. I feel like this sculpt might be one of my best ones in a while. The only problem with that is every time I get one of these done, then I go, oh shit, will I be able to do that again tomorrow? The answer is no. No, I will not. Because like I never know how much time I have to sculpt. It's one of the reasons I'm super inconsistent. Like, it's also one of the reasons I limit myself to just doing the face each and every day. The way I see it is like the face. If I can sculpt the face, and you can theoretically sculpt any part of the body, because how many shapes and curves and languages in there. It's the theory. Like, it's a lot easier than anatomy. Minus most of what messes up the body anatomy of the character is proportions, and proportions are a lot more varied on the human body than they are on the head. So your head has a lot more. Your head's got a lot more curves and a lot more shapes to train off of. At least if you only have 2 to 3 hours to do this, and like 2 to 3 hours to code, and like 2 to animate. It's also one of the reasons why I do an abstraction in the morning as a warm up. It's so that I have a warm up, but it's also so I have a warm up that looks cool, visually very pleasing. It also allows me to experiment with different shapes over and over again freehand, and trying to get them straight out of imagination into physical form. Damn. I'm really liking this sculpt. I don't know if anyone else is liking this sculpt, but I'm really liking this sculpt right now. She looks like she looks like she's. I just don't know. I like her intensity. She looks like she could fuck me up right now. Like, if she really wanted to, like, that's the face of like a woman that knows that she can fuck you up. Like, this is right now. Now I gotta make some changes to the jaw and the face line, but like, she looks like she can fuck you up. Alright, let's get that done. I don't know, it looks like she could fuck you up. Try to get that final line up. There. Plus, trying to get the lips right. Well, some full intensity. I gotta figure out how to get that back. So, part of might have been the expression created by it. There might just be some level that I just can't get back. That's fine. It means I get these a little more robust, more curved shape. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's the lip for her that's doing it. Well, I don't know if that's atomically accurate or not, though. Take that bottom lip a little bit better. I'm gonna spend some more time on the lips in a minute. Let me get these eels as good as I can from this front plane. Then we'll work on getting them from the side and the back plane. Notice how I'm using the angle of the camera as like a straight edge with my line and my stroke pattern. I find that's really, really helpful, guys. Like if you can just not only just allow me to line up my shot and my movement, but it also allows me to veer my draw line in my direction. This builds up. Let's start building up that center line around there. Move this back just a bit more. Gentle shape down. Fix up on those a bit. I still want it to be kind of straight on that. The front view anyway. I'm okay if it's popping up a little bit more in the front. Yeah. Some of those cheekbones is a little bit higher. Let's get that plane change though, but let's get it like a little bit smoother. I feel like that, like she needs a little bit of softening up. Yeah, that needs to come forward just a bit more. Again, I'm still using the move brush way too much. Once I get the clay buildup and the clay destruction brush down, I'll be moving in that area. Yeah, alright. Just a little more forward. Spelling out this nose just a little bit more, maybe a little bit tinier. At least a little more appearance, a little tinier. On the front profile view, I'll bring it out a bit more too, so it's gonna have to be shrunken down a bit. Just keep that same type of portion in the front. Can we keep pushing that without destroying it and get the face in the right line? The answer is I can, but it's gonna take me a little more walk. I don't like that. Why did I do that? Now we're gonna let's go back to the initial shape. The initial shape was so much better. Okay. Let's do that, and then let's bring back the lip a bit more. Maybe if I can curve out the shape of the face more, I'll get what I'm looking for. I don't fully know yet, but let's find out. No, that's not what I was looking for. I like the proportions of the lips are fine. I don't want to bring the jaw down anymore. I do want to change this angle though. It was so slight. Yeah, the angle needed to be changed slightly. Let's need to be brought out more. There we go. That's where I'm messing up. The lips directions are slightly too far up and too high, and then it's still too big, so I need to come in here and shrink them. By shrinking them and moving them more closer to camera, start to get that fuller look that I'm looking for. Oh man. Start building up the lips on the side more. Whoop. It's hard, man. This is a hard school. Dudes and dudettes. And a damn standard brush. There we go. Just means she gets sexy. I think she did. I think she got a little sexy. still looks pretty determined. I need to lower down those lips a bit more. See if I can try to do a bit more better. I want to have large lips, but I don't want to have that large lips. Let's get these muscles right. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.